So getting into short vowels here. And if Beatrice and Velna, if you're cool with it, and B, I know you weren't with us last time, but kind of how we were going through this is um, we would like I'd pass it over to you to demonstrate each of the words, the example words that the letter is used in, and then yeah, we talk about it if we need to, but that's kind of been the flow of how things have gone
Oh,
so far. So yeah, Adam said that man.
mm. Oh,
Letter A.
go you sound like you.
Oh, just let's go through each of you and Beatrice. We could start with you and then Beatrice can say each of these words too.
Yeah.
Why what?
So, ada, dawala, adasan, asi, adada. Guess you do the same thing, Beatrice?
Oh, aivan. Ädä, jaula, ädäsin, asi, ädädä.
Jeremy,
Yep.
I think the last one is an exclamation, and the pronunciation of the final vowel may be variable. I think the ladies might have said it with a short A, but you can also say
Mhm.
adada.
Oh,
Oh,
When
oh,
somebody gets hurt, eh?
oh,
mm,
The person is hollering,
yeah.
adada.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, people will come and see her.
oh,
Mhm.
somehow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ouch, die swear nee. Sm'algya, there. Ouch.
oh, ouch.
Hoyagi.
Uh, Lady Beatrice, ni up na how degree.
Uh,
Ouch, or
oh,
yeah, ouch.
Oh, excuse.
Da, da, da.
oh,
And a C, that's foot.
Yeah, I see. Adasen. Gusto ko ginda adasen.
God.
Would he go gwelks Tim X?
Oh,
Okay.
It's the word
oh,
the phosphorescence I got to
oh,
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
mm,
Oh, adasen. My lights are blinking.
Oh, these knew you that
Oh,
Saluan Kapodu.
uh, so it's
Adele is another good example, Jeremy.
Gormien. Gormien, Margaret.
I was going to say adao is another good example. The long A though has a W following, so it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
we'll
Oh.
get to that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do all the A's
Yep.
and dawala,
Mm-hmm.
dawala, and then lady dawala.
Oh.
oh,
Oh, ada, and I learned some words today. Adasen. Hayach ne,
oh, ja.
vaiva.
I'm the house.
Gun. Anas. Built up. Flask. Wabi.
أيوة. قن الناس قلت ثأسك.
Gun as in wood, eh?
Oh,
Must be, because
Oh.
there's other words like in gun, eh?
mhm.
In gun, wow. An ass is the skin of an animal, I guess. An ass. Galds up. Village. Galds up. Flask. Seaweed. Flask. Iowa. Iowa B.
ماسك بن ده
Tired mouth, Beatrice.
نقص أو كده نتلا أيد كده
Oh,
نقص أو على ماسك.
oh, yeah.
Go to get the lambs, ne?
I guess
It's
mine
like
is
mouth.
mouth with an
Oh.
A. Mouth. Then
When we worked with Sarah, we would go back and forth on some of these, whether they were E's or A's, different ones.
oh,
Ben too. It
yeah.
isn't always clear. That goes back to that Boaz where he made an independent vowel sound that wasn't specific. But I've heard them both ways.
Uh-huh.
Fumiko Sasama, a Japanese linguist who studied Sm'algya and did her MA and PhD on the language and did a lot of recordings with Mildred Wilson in Hartley Bay. She thinks that the short A and the short E are really not in contrast. As a linguist would say, they're not phonemically different. So that's, I think, one of the sort of explanations why some people will say A and some E here.
So it's okay, eh?
Mhm. Is there some more examples that either you, Velna, or B can think of offhand that use the short E?
Other words?
Yeah.
Mouth. Then
All I can think of is tens.
Sens.
Oh,
Sens.
How
Yeah.
about
Which one, Margaret?
eh?
oh yeah.
Eh, that's double E, eh? Eh. Oh no, it's
I would spell that EH.
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 EEH or something like that.
Stop.
What about
E.
the E in Gwea?
Gwea, that's a good
Oh,
word. Gwea. Mhm.
Alex put in the chat the word for leaves. Ends.
Yens.
oh,
Yens, yeah.
And any other ones?
yeah.
Oh, like corks on a fishing net. Tieks.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Checks.
How about welly? Oops.
Checks.
How about welly?
Welly. I say welly, not welly.
So you use an A in that one.
I don't know. Oh, I've been working with the Hartley Bays down here. And it's a lot of fun. They're a little different, and I'm a little different again. I guess that's just how it is.
How about Wiggy?
Weggy is a good word. Weggy.
How about like Luyen or Luyelk? Those have that short E, don't they?
Oh,
Yeah. 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 Short E's. Or what other word is there, guys?
Yumk.
Yumk. Yeah. Yumk.
Skin.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Skin.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, the E or I sound, the double purpose. So we were talking about this last time. How sometimes the single I has a I or a E sound.
Colin and I talked after, and we have a working theory. We can talk about it later as to why.
Wow.
Ihoi. Does that sound like a long I? Ihoi.
I would argue that probably one I would do it. Because it
That's what I'm
doesn't sound like,
thinking too.
doesn't sound like
Ihoi.
when you say teen, that's not quite the same hold at the end. But I think that's how we've been spelling it in the dictionary, eh, Jeremy? That's where you pulled that from.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess maybe it depends if you don't know, like regular don't know, like ihoi, or you're like ihoi.
Oh,
Willa. There you Willa Wan. Willa. Gosh, Willa how do? Willa. Intel the blob. Intel the blob. There's a little kids song that has this Intel the blob.
Oh,
Sammy. Meat. Sammy. Walayan. Walayani. Walayani. Okay. Walayani. Question. Walayani go to Zubm. Ihoi. Wala. Interlope and Sammy. Sammy is meat. The blob is a pile of rocks. The blob. Ihoi is I don't know. Walani, do you know? Fire?
oh,
oh.
the B.
Fire.
Ihoi. Willa. Interliplo. Sami. Wulaini.
Nimkak waniten do that was some clue scoop, but it says Wilani on it. It's a joke shirt, so when people ask me, they're like, what does your shirt say?" I'll say, "Do you know?" And they'll go, "No. Tell me what your shirt says." And I'm like, "Do you know?" That's exactly what it said.
Oh boy. These shirts, they
Oh,
talk.
oh look at them.
Uh, Nee.
Oh,
Oh.
O. Letter O. I got die geschreven B.
all. There. On. Water lily.
Oh, an. Ja.
Oh, under. Under. Oh yeah.
Oh, ja.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh good.
oh,
Oh,
ja.
yeah.
Maybe, hey?
Oh.
Oh, ja, Basque.
Oh yeah. Oh what?
Oh, ja. Oh, bear. An. An. Gogenda. Under. To handle things. Nundum in under. Go. You will look after everything. Nundum in under dala. Oh, yeah. That's when the wind blows hard. Too well, oh, yeah, fast. And when it hits suddenly, I guess.
Gust.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Fiery.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Could that be
Whatever.
used in the place of saying like will Gwant Kabask?
Gwent Kabask.
Like the
This is,
winds come kind of thing, like it's here?
uh-huh.
Because is oh yeah something you could put like in place of that and mean kind of the same thing, or is it
Yeah.
different? Okay,
Yeah, oh, yeah, Basque.
okay.
Gal, oh,
Gust is oh yeah. Nee.
yeah. So, oh, yeah, Basque. Came up quick.
Let a geek. Just March. Slalom. Oh, yeah. Bruh.
That's right. Yeah, you could use that for saying other things too. Both of them, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Peak
I'm
of.
gonna add a cross-reference in the dictionary to Guantka from Oya.
Um, any other O, single O words that we can think of?
Yeah.
And on
About Hoy,
Hoy. Hoy, eh? Hoy. Upta. In case. Upta. Upta. Occur. Waxen. In case we don't go for a walk.
is one of the words for cousin Oos.
Os, yeah. That's your cousin. Os. I can't think.
Houghton to fill.
Say again.
Houghton to fill. Ho stop on.
Oh, hon. Yeah, hon. Hon Olsen. Uh-huh, that's a word. Hon.
Um,
Is a die. Oh, there's no stop, eh? Just a regular U. Ooks. Ookspa. That's to get off of something. Ooks. Like a boat. Ookspa boat. Yaks. That's ooks. Boots. Oh yeah, bootsen. Dochter bootsen. That's your boots. Know you is me. Know you dum. Algeret. Know you dum. Sakapit. Like a nju. Nju. Give it to me. Nju.
You need
Vajare.
W's on near you, Jeremy.
Oh, Doexen.
Vajare. Go
Oh,
ahead, Beatrice.
Oh. Ooks. Boots. Know you. Too. Oh yeah. Boots. Know you.
there was a guy they used to call Ada Butz back in the day.
Oh, yes. Hartley Bay,
Yeah.
because he always wore boots. So they
Yeah.
called him Atta Boots. Arthur Wesley.
Oh, that's who it was. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
from Port Simpson.
Mhm.
Married into Hartley Bay. Yeah, Atta Boots. Mhm. Wow,
Jeremy?
your bees, regular bees, eh?
Jeremy,
Oh.
you didn't do the dotted, short dotted U's.
Oh, we did that in the last session.
The short ones?
I think so. Maybe we only did the long ones. Or yeah. We could circle back to them. Um, it wouldn't be tough for us to come up with some
It's
things.
okay. I wondered if they were missed, that's all.
Yeah, good catch. I actually don't remember if we did them. Do
No, I
you
don't.
folks remember, eh?
No.
No?
No, we did one of the dotted W's, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I
We
don't.
did dotted two U's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did it. Dotted you, I'm sure.
Oh, the only word I can think of that we used in the last session that has a single dotted U was basu.
I see. Oh,
Oh,
I
and
think
we
in the
did,
recording I saw Nasu
Oh yeah.
yeah,
or something.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. Nasu. We say Nasu, and Beatrice is from Kitkatla, and they say Nasik. Remember that?
Oh.
Oh, Waiwa. Boha. Boha. Zaba. Ada bear. Boha is what we get to eat. Boha. That's your goganda.
Abalone.
Abalone. Abalone sa ko to Ramsiwam.
Lugal Compton Winea.
Boha. That's food we eat. Zaba is to fix. To fix. Yeah. Zaba kausen. Amadorausen. So, a bear, to tear, tear. Bear naach, naach, naachro. Bear naach. Something like that. So, bear is tear. Bear and gudatsu. Sabagudatsu. Bear. Balha. Do you guys eat balha too, Jeremy? I mean, Dave.
Oh,
Oh,
Matt and two Bill had.
balha. You guys just run out the highway to get it, right?
Oh, de acht dem girl has cake loose by called sap at will dog get
Oh, okay.
a traara na waps Karen Thompson.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know that. They will that's a balha.
Oh,
Lucky. Yeah.
la who we had a sa gietka ax low tide
Oh,
a gietka ax de acht dem die waagste die get a la who at a niwil Sarabora.
oh, they will that's like a ball.
Oh,
Ah,
oh.
I remember her place. Oh, okay. Who's all on here? Jeremy?
There's 10 people on here, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
from
Oh, Colin
Alaska.
just joined too.
Nobody.
Nancy qua.
Oh, Nancy. I know Nancy. Karen should be on here too. Karen's my cousin. Oh, why, what? Nasa Zabani, Beatrice.
Waiwa.
Why, what?
Bilha. Local tomatka. Bilham chomin.
Oh,
Jabba. Jabba. Wab. Bear. Bear stocking shoe.
uh-huh. That's your bees,
Oh.
regular bees.
Oh.
Bee. Dawe, is it right?
Oh.
Oh,
Dawe. Did it deal? Gala. Des. Adow. Dip. Or dip with an I in between. Dawe is cooking the dawe.
Goat.
Huh?
Goat.
Goat, yeah. Dawe, I could have taken up goat, do we?
Hey.
Hmm.
Oi.
Willanum soup dawe gabaget.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that was goat.
No.
Uh-huh. Did a deal. Did a deal go, Zaban? Hurry with what you're doing. Did a deal. Dala. Dala. Asago Dala. Elder Dallas, Jeremy. Yes. Desk is a squirrel. Desk. A Dow is our history. Melsk. Hail the Dow Ratsabm, this Margaret and the Beatrice. Dip, dip, gnome, dip, nosum. It's the same as a DIP. Dip. Why, what?
The way. I can dig up the way. Did it ill there? Oh, did it ill? Did it ill the name? Dala. Di hasako dala. Das. Hell the kabadas. Adaw. Ano ko amokso da adaw. Dip. Sadip nosum. Oh, dip. Sadip nosum. I used them both already.
Yeah.
So what is
Dip.
that? Is the I necessary in dip? Or is
I
it kind of
don't
one of those
know.
things we were talking about last time where it's kind of this kind of short, almost invisible I, but it's there?
I still use the DP.
If you just said the sound of the letters D and P, though, it would be hard to pronounce.
Dip.
Say it again, Margaret.
If all you said was the D sound and the P sound, it would be hard to pronounce. There's something in the middle. It might not be a whole I, but it's something.
But it was always DP. So it has changed. Why, what? Regular G as in ga, gup, guo, gilhowly. Ga is to take something. Ga, ga go, Halita Mason. Gup, die gubble, that's all. Gup, to eat. Gup, guo. Number 2. That's a number 2. Gilhowly, in the forest. Gilhowly. Right?
Ga. Ga kandamis. Gap. Gaba soup. Gooper. Had the gooper sa sakyan. Gilhowly. Held the one that Gilhowly. At a gibow.
Oh dear.
I'd have got to keep out one.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
The regular H. Hupskalk. Has. Tahte. Hap. Hapskalk is any kind of spoon, I guess. Hapskalk. Just a butter knife is hach butter. This is hapskalk. Ju hapskalk. Has. Agurkalla has. Tahte. Oh my, I forgot what that is, Jeremy.
Cranberry.
Cranberries. Tahte. Saman to nagul. Tahte. Hap. Destum habada. That kind of hap, I guess, eh?
Oh,
Destum habada. Waiwa.
Hapskalk. Ju skam hapskalk. Has. Helga has the lachkainum ken. Tahte. Tamaska tahte. Akan kapsit. Bahu.
Oh,
Hap. Deudum habisim.
hap. K, the regular K, as in cakes, double cakes, school, child, your child. No, you school get Sabetsk, something sticking out like a stick. Sabetska weekend. Scow, or which cow is this? Two.
Ow.
to sneak.
Sneak
Yeah.
up.
Sneak up on people.
Oh.
Okay, cow. Dem cow you. Melee. Clusums. Up the nest. We call clusums. Held the alla clusums. Vaiva.
Cakes. Jamaica cakes. Skusk. Deju skusken. Ksebetsk. Ksebetska morsu. That's also. Dem crown gebouw. Klusums. Heel de hoorn. De klusums.
Good. Regular L, as in luck. Lamdarsum, like Welgalak. Loud. Slatlanda loud. Laban. 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 Goju Laban.
Ula.
Oh, yeah. Laban Ula. Lots. Sm'algya lots se jelly. Lots. Gogan that swatted si well lots.
Elderberry.
Oh.
Elderberry. Oh, lots. What?
There's more short O's.
Luck. Tillum soda luck. Stoop. Loud. Gabba so loud. Laban. Sa laban even. Lots. Hawakan di baka lots.
Sm'algya lots.
Oh.
Regular M as in machine. Machine. Lupona, machino. Matt. Good Matt get. Koka beget. Nahawa. Matt. Matt no the go. Seguanen. We go seven. Sm'algya. Laho Sm'algya. What?
Machine. Sympathetic machine da koda one. Mat. Local mat no dem kabakyans. Local 7. Sm'aylakam. Ano ko? Sm'aylakam. Ano ko ka sm'aylakam.
Yeah. You guys could ask questions if you need to.
Oh.
I want to say something out loud for everybody else listening too. There seems to be two distinct pronunciations of the name of our language, and obviously they're both right, and I would argue spelled differently, considering how many fluent speakers say them differently. And I think that's really neat and something that I really hadn't paid attention to up until recently. And anyway, so the learners, if you hear Sm'aylakam, that's just as correct as Sm'algya. I just want to put that out there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That really opens the question or raises the question of, do we want to represent those kinds of differences in pronunciation? You're absolutely right. They're both correct, and they would be spelled different if you were spelling accurately for the pronunciation. But it might be confusing if there were two spellings used.
The simpler version of that is I find that sometimes it gets overpronounced, but there's a straight S, and some people speak with what I call a filtered S. It's not quite an English SH, but it's S as opposed to S. but it's both are pronounced using the same symbol. It's the same S. So I feel like that. You're right, Margaret. Like someone could pronounce how we usually spell Sm'algya as Sm'algya, and it's the same. I mean, I get what you're saying there as far as that, but it's also something I think we should, as we're teaching in these classes, talk about, that there's that alternate, equally as valid version.
N, regular N, na, nako, nasto. It should be a stop N, Jeremy. Nasto.
Nesto. It depends.
Yeah,
Nesto means beside.
beside.
Nesto, half.
Okay, hey,
Oh,
nasto apple.
oh.
Uh-huh. Aiwa, go do na, 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 na.
I think it's na.
Oh, the bird. Na,
Oh,
na. Oh. Heel de na, nada. Gilhauli de gua. Na, na. Nako. Before. Nakogodum algero. Nakogodum ksuyu. And nesto. That's half of something. Nesto apple stum gabu. Nesto of anything. Yeah, half of anything. Nesto. Hiya.
Yeah. Snap na how does na.
I guess so.
oh,
Oh,
So it means now that we,
Malatak.
yeah.
Oh,
I think I've seen a version of it with a T at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. Nah.
oh,
How I heard it from
oh.
mother.
Ada kerasa na.
Oh, na.
Oh, nanata.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Difference, eh?
Oh,
It's good to know.
oh. Na. Helda nanata. Lach aks. Or na. Nako kadum ay lako. Amoxism. Nesto. Hasako nesto. Xerakto.
Hiya. Zebin. P, regular P, clone. Up, pliao. Pliao is to bring news to somebody. Pliao you, know you. I will go and tell her the news. as in up that stings us, or odom up walu. Either way, I guess. Up,
Up.
up scudum wan. Plon. Buganda plon.
First year.
First seal.
Oh, de acordo.
Ni up goose get ni kla nat kla get.
Oh,
Kladam sigiot gudum saplono. Haya.
oh, tis a helten.
Oh, dum saheldu.
Plan. Helde plan. As the guar gik ålsta.
Oh,
Up skogsendom haujo. En nakatao. Ayla.
that up, yeah.
Teki. Kos alwila spelkudo up ulaini. B.
Yeah.
Niskik na haudi.
The same, I think, eh?
Oh.
Up. Oh,
Yes, kano up.
yeah, yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
short for up?
Oh.
Which up is this, Margaret?
I wonder if it's short for cup.
Up
Oh.
could be too. That's how some people say it. Nay.
Otherwise, what's the word for B?
Oh.
Up
I think,
look old basket.
yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
I would spell the up like the what's the word for that kind of word? Like means a lot or very or up local. Like I would spell that with the stop and the B without the stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Up look old no. Up. I don't know when you put a comma there, Margaret.
The apostrophe, you mean?
Yeah, the apostrophe.
Almost any word that starts with a vowel like A, if you say it just by itself, you're going to hear the apostrophe because you're initiating the sound. But
Yeah.
it's only when it's there, when it's next to something that it's sort of there in the underlying form, I guess.
Up look old. You
Colin,
don't
do
need
you have a comment?
apostrophe.
Yeah, I agree with what Margaret said. I think
Yeah.
any word that starts with a vowel is kind of necessarily going to start with a glottal stop. That's which we would represent using that apostrophe. So I don't know if it's like needed ever to actually write it, but if people use it, then I don't know. But um, I don't really spell up with an apostrophe if it means like
Oh.
up, but um,
Yeah, that's why I'm Labite how here. I don't use it either.
My thought on it, back to an educational standpoint, is it helps differentiate the two meanings to a beginner. That if you spell it with the stop, you know it means cup, and if you
Yeah, yeah,
spell it without the
short
stop,
for
you know it means bee, the
yeah.
animal. That way, it just different. That's what I do with na for past tense. I add an H, not because you have to overpronounce the H. It's purely to help differentiate all the nas that exist in Sm'algya. Seems to help a little bit.
So it could mean anything. Up or well, yeah.
Oh.
Amgui.
Local sunasano.
Yeah, yeah.
Pliyaw. Nasa pliyaw ni.
Mhm. That pliao.
Oh. Wait, what?
S, regular S. Aus, aus, aus. Sabah, gex, has, sach. Now, which aus is that? Aus how? No, or
Sand for
what's
sand.
that?
The word for sand.
Okay, aus, aus. Is there two A's there? No?
Sounds
Or,
like it.
or sand, A. Okay, dem Sm'algya no dalach aus. Sabah, Tladam Sabah, Skokom Giamkta, Skokom Giamkta 2025. Gex, Luko, Gex, Geka, Luko, Gex, Lach X. Has. More than one dog. Class up, has. Asach is to want. Asagodum. Sm'algya. Hiya.
Hiya. Aus. Lach aus. Wala kasa. Nakanagwadam. Sana.
Oh,
Sabah. Sabah. Skokom giamk. Gex. Local gex. Sagyam. Has. Helda has. The girl. Hasach. Hasakodum sapyayo. Hiya.
I heard Colin's voice. Are you on here, Colin?
I'm here. Yes.
Oh, that's good. Tlist ochgun pizza.
Oh.
I was
Oh,
just thinking, well, and I was trying to figure out how to go back on my thing, but if we could talk about the S, because in this orthography, there's no um there's no SH sound represented, but in um the other Somali orthography that's prominently used in Alaska, there is an SH. I'm always curious about how that came to be, why the speakers on this side of the border don't have SH sounds in their pronunciation, and how it like kind of became what it is in Alaska with the SH.
Good question. Now,
Mm.
I can give a little bit about what I know. A lot of that comes initially from how Russell Hayward wrote down Sm'algya, and um, we grew up hearing, like I said earlier, it was not necessarily English SH, but a lot of the older people had what I would call a filtered S, and I've heard it on old recordings from both sides of the border. Um, I think it was just a choice that caught on and stuck over here. Um, I do think at the end of the day that the same S in principle, and like I said, just some speakers had a little bit more of a, like I call it a filtered S. It's not like in ship, but it's, you know, when I speak or when people over here spoke, I would hear Samoyed as opposed to Simoyed. Um, eh, but it's not. I personally don't feel like it's as extreme as an English SH. Um, that's that's my thoughts on it.
I've wondered if it has to do with maybe encounters with Tlingit or anything like that. I don't know though.
There's a similar kind of accent split in the interior languages as well. So in Gixan, I forget the actual details, but like there's East and West dialects, and one of them will kind of use the sh sound, the kind of what you would represent with sh in English. And then the other dialect uses the kind of more canonical like s sound that would correspond to the single s. Um, I don't know about like I guess going back to like writing systems and orthographies, like I don't know if you'd need to represent any difference between them, given that um, it's the same underlying sound that different groups of people pronounce slightly differently. So, given that this is a like a writing system for Sm'algya, it doesn't need to necessarily kind of make that distinction because there's no speaker, as far as I know, has a distinction between s and sh as sounds. So like group A would say s, and then group B would say sh. So I think having just a single symbol for both sounds is it makes sense. But then obviously like some groups in Alaska will have their own writing system that groups in BC don't necessarily use and vice versa. But I think that's just a reality.
I'm quickly going to show you this. So this is, I did a digitizing, um, digitizing 78 records that Velna and Clarence have, and these are those old records, Velna, of the Alaskan choir that
oh,
was recorded in the 1940s. So this was Metlakatla, Alaska, 1940s, and there's a beautiful example of S sounds. It's almost alliteration in the beginning, where I think it's a Bible passage, but the person you'll hear it. They say like I really love you all or something like that,
And
or
sheep and skeet news.
yeah, we'll hear.
Yeah, I love this recording.
good.
Sheep and skeet news. Lips the alias is Jesus Christ the Aljawa. Will Kalnan skidula well skakol the amawal the you. Go hail the jewel. At a hail and Kalakwan. At a padolak skum you will end skin the jewel. Why Sam Skanak Dawit Kunut Kikatwan yet. Skabu the jewel na the ends nugatis near Tala. Sam Skabusha and Kalam. دولة تخت سباس ميوت وايدا لنتيجة نمس نقوات سنيت دولة داوت كسكوايت كل غلطاب.
So there's, I mean, it's a amazing recording, and it goes on and on, and with Velna and Clarence's permission, I would love to share it with everyone. But it's
Yeah.
you can hear it though, right? There's like what Davy was talking about, where it's not a English sh sound so much as the kind of in between, eh?
Who
Like
was the speaker?
I don't know, and I don't think it even says on the record.
I believe I was told, and this is even more amazing if this is true, that that's Tomlinson's son.
Oh,
Who grew up speaking Somali, I guess.
yeah,
Or
I
his
read
parents.
about him.
I think that's who that is. His
It
Somali
could be set, hey, that it will go slower than that. He's talking so fast.
His Somaliac is excellent.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
So the person on the recording is who?
Reverend Tomlinson's son. That's what I
Oh,
was.
Oh, so it's he was a Gumksiwa.
Yeah.
Siwa.
But he grew up there, right, and
Yeah,
spoke
he
it.
grew up surrounded by the language, which I'm jealous of.
Oh, I read his book, Tomlinson. Very interesting.
No, that reminds me of a thing that my granduncle said, Henry Paul. And it was a video from a meeting in '96 when people were talking about how we're going to keep our language going. And he mentioned that he remembers as a small child that a Gamsua preacher came to Hartley Bay to stay, and he was fluent in Sm'algya within 6 months, simply just because everybody spoke
Yeah,
Somali. People
no,
didn't speak English.
no English. As
Hmm.
I was growing up, I didn't speak English.
Wow. Ready to move to T?
What's that?
Are you ready to move to the letter T?
Oh, the regular T, niddy. Tukwa. Tukwa is glass or the tumblers that you drink out of. On tukwa, the X. Takwan. Ulaisim takwan. Hildu go you want the takwan. Tkimach, to put down something. Tkimach. Ada bed. Is this a bed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bed, we say, yeah. Seven a bed, I'm at seven a bed. Yeah. So is it right the way I'm spelling Taekwondo, Davy?
This is the way I've been spelling it. I've just been trying to get us away from using the Q like we used to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Taekwon.
yeah, because that's how you in Tlingit, that's how they'd say it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Taekwon.
I always feel like I have to correct Takwan to say it with that ass sound.
So Tukwa is glass. Kwasa Tukwa. Waiwa.
Tukwa. Kwasa ulit lang tukwayo. تقوان هير دقيت تقوان تكيمخ تكيمخ تقوى لا خلي واخس بيت أما تجاب بيدن أيوة
Um,
David Lahausen, you guys want to have a 5 minute break or something and then come back?
yeah, I'll go and get my cold water.
My,
5 minutes.
let's take
Jeremy,
Yeah.
I just emailed you that note about how the writing system was developed.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can open it.
Okay, I don't know how to put text on the screen.
Okay.
I'll
Right.
see it after.
The note came from John Donne's dictionary where he talked about it.
Thanks for sending me that stuff too, Margaret. With the
Pardon?
Thanks for sending me that stuff too as well. With the Doug Brown uh kind of production of all the
As the
sounds.
speaker, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got such a nice radio announcer voice.
I know.
I love listening to Doug. I could listen to him all. Colin, I was thinking about our I issue.
Yes.
And one of the first words Jeremy shared today in the W's was Willa.
Right.
And that flies in the face of what we were talking about with the soft
The
sound
sonorants, yeah.
making eh or e more e sound,
Mm-hmm.
and the harder sounds making the sound.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work with a W.
Yeah.
Unless there's two I's like we. So anyway, maybe our
Yeah,
first theory might be out the window, but
for sure. Yeah.
anyway, just thought I'd point that out while we're still thinking about it.
Yeah, there's also the I don't know, the second person, first person like ergative marker, like person marker for transitive subjects that sometimes has like the vowel with it as well. And like you might spell like MI or NI. And that's never, it's not me or ni. It's like I don't know,
Meh.
like goma with a blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those vowels that like it's an indistinct
Yeah.
vowel sound.
Yeah.
But it almost happens. I often wonder if like because an older word for here is guai,
Mhm.
and gua I've heard speakers say where they don't really, some don't pronounce the a after the stop
That's a
sometimes.
common thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if the a came was one way or the other. Either the a was there and they've shortened it, or if the breath that comes out after the stop has been spelled. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. There's like I think in like Fumiko Sasama's work, I think she refers to these as like echo vowels or something. Like
Mhm.
there's some, at least some people have like used to this terminology, and
Hmm.
it is like a very common thing for these glottalized vowels where you have like your glottis closes halfway through. So like gua, there's
Yeah,
like a closing of your glottis there.
right.
Um, And again, like this is something that you see, this is a variation that you see in the interior. So some people might say like, I don't know, like I know would be like walai,
Oh yeah.
but then they would say something like, some people would say like walai with like a very clear E there, and it has like glottalized sound,
Huh.
right? But then a lot of people would just say like walai,
Yeah.
and you get that kind of closure and like this release. But it's not
Yeah.
like nothing is voiced, it's just kind of So, yeah, I don't know what to say that. There's also like these long vowels, like they're underlyingly long vowels that become like interrupted vowels, you know?
Sure.
So like all, I don't know, like the hana'ach thing
Mm-hmm.
that we talked about last time, like underlyingly that was like a long vowel
Right.
that has like this shifting glottalization, like
Yeah.
yeah. So that it kind of goes and interrupts the vowel. And there's all these words like, is it like beak or
Yeah.
big? Yeah, and like all of these things that are like again kind of underlyingly like beak.
Right.
And like you can see that in other like if there's a vowel following that word, like the connective like the connective a,
Yeah.
you often see like beak or like things like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like different ways that these vowels become glottalized. So some
Mm-hmm.
of it is like this shifting
Yeah.
movement.
I was just listening to a recording of a speaker, and the word for yes, that um,
Uh-huh.
they don't say that last a after the stop.
Right.
Ah,
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
just stop right there, and
Yeah.
I love hearing those things, but
Hmm.
it makes it like if I were to try and transcribe that, I wouldn't
Hmm.
spell the a after the stop. I would
For
just
sure. Yeah.
write up stop. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Hmm. For sure.
Anyway, boy, I like being able to nerd out on these things. Excellent distraction here today.
For sure. That T that we just talked about, there's more to the T that than meets the eye as well. There's like these kind of aspirated T's that don't, because like most T's you'd expect a voice into a D before a vowel,
Right?
but then you have words like mati and so on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's you might expect that would to be like Maddie with like a voiced
Right.
sound, but there's all these kind of there's certain words that don't voice.
Yeah.
That or sorry, these yeah, where the T doesn't voice.
Yeah.
K does that in similar places. There's like yak, yakka
Yeah.
instead of yaga.
Yeah. It's sure a lot. Why what?
Okay.
Jeremy, just tell us to hush whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah, no rush. Um, yeah, I was just, when I was going away to get water, which I forgot on the table over here, I was just thinking about that Willa, and that so many of the old guys that I hang out with, um, never say, they always say la, but it's
Right,
like their mouth starts making the W, but it's like, but they just say la. So
right,
it's like am lagion or deu lawan,
right.
where it's not really, it's not, yeah, it's the ghost eye, you know?
Yeah.
To which they also, um, like I've never heard uh any of my granduncles say the whole word Sm'algya. They all say Sm'ailach. And they
Hmm.
and then like yeah, when they're telling me to stop speaking English, they say Sm'ailagad instead of Sm'algyagan.
Yeah.
I really like learning all the shorter forms of things as well as the long. Taluyeltkasumi,
Oh,
Arakikpi.
you hear B?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Nankasast orani.
Oh,
Vaiva. That's just what's there to teach. Vaiva.
Mhm.
Okay, let's start. Vaiva. Let him sit down, Mom.
Oh.
When is your name? Narudi Wan. Wakil. Wakil. That's the berries that we pick too. Hayam Sejamam. Wakil is like a currant, eh?
oh,
Oh, only they're wild. Wakil. Gaudi. Gaudi Sejamo. Waiwa. Be
why, what? Sadam Sadam. When? Now you diwan. Wackel. Held the Sadam wackel noyo. Astasanak. Audi. Audi Sadam. Dalad. Did asl Allah and I added up. Eh.
Leon.
Oh,
I always wonder as hoy nagatao get looks get in my to that zaba guer.
Guer.
Oh,
Uh,
abksa wakil ligi ein.
Legin Nathan Jeremy. I can get in go let's up to Guer. Oh, the steaks.
Oh,
Yeah. I tasted dags, but that was it. Nobody else made it anymore. Oh, it's in Tlawal. Ulani Beatrice.
ay, look, I can do a lie.
Oh, Guer.
guer.
Uh,
Full time meslis Clarence deck. Well zaba get guer.
Guer.
It's like wakil pudding.
Oh, yeah. So what am I saying? Yeah. It's just like a pudding, Guer. Thick, and they put them in jars, keep them for winter supply.
Jeremy, can you
Guer.
spell that for us in
But
the chat?
like I say, I just didn't really get into it. Guer.
Jeremy,
Oh,
I'm looking at the word here, and I remember that in the writing system when Tanya Stebbins was working on the first print dictionary that the school district did, they used AW as a vowel, as a diphthong vowel, and AY and so on. But I could never figure out that there was any good reason to not just call that an A plus a W, which is what we do now, I think, mostly.
mm-hmm. Huh.
Try and look for a recipe for Guer.
Guer. Guer.
Somebody must have it, eh?
Good with him, good than Clarence.
Oh, I couldn't be too lie.
Hmm.
It sounds like pie filling.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Alex says, Wackel, hoi get this guer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering if they ever use anything else other than wackel to make guer. Like,
Oh,
wat wacken die dubt.
en die eindig ooit op sa Gins nos Clarence.
Hmm.
Gin de Naguado.
Hmm.
Some twam guwer at akandiga bach.
Maybe we should try make it sometime.
Oh, the
Oh.
eggs.
Oh.
Oh,
I would bet they would use any berries.
Okay.
mm,
That's not because I've seen it, it's just a bet.
Hmm.
uh, mm-hmm. Why, what? W. No, Y.
Colin had a question about wackel.
Why, what?
Oh yeah, I was just wondering if that was a hard K or not. So is it like whackil
What
or is it
kill? You
or
could hear
whackil?
Y, eh? What kill?
Okay, so it sounds like whackil
Oh,
and not something like whackil.
how do you say it? B?
Wackel.
What kill? Mhm.
Okay, thanks. I just saw both in the dictionary.
Yeah. So Y. Yacht. Yeah. Kick. Yell. Yetsk. Today. Look. What is this? Oh, Luyil Yelt. Gibao or Gibao. Gika or Gika. Okay, yacht is the yacht on Nisam Kuga Winaya the luck lady.
Oh,
Oh, that's it. When you cook fish on open fire, nay,
oh,
yacht, yacht, horn. Yeah is to walk or yeah. Gik. Pladam gik sidatman. We are going to start again. Gik. Again. Yell to yell S. That's what I had the other night. Yell S. So mad yell S. Yetzisk is animal, any kind of animal. Today, I don't know what this is.
today,
Uh,
today. Um, today,
It's
oh,
Oiga
pretty soon.
Amskana ligi tete.
yeah, later on.
Oh, just like Amsterdam or something like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
The needs and day.
sure, I've heard of that. Yeah,
yeah.
that
And I've also heard of a day.
Mm.
Ajay.
Oh,
Oh,
these words we don't use, I bet.
oh, ay, ay,
Yeah. Jajai, that's a good word.
oh.
Uh-huh.
Đâm đập shalom hoy.
Oh. Mm. Luyelk, plural for luyelk. Ladam luyelkestip. Gabbet good. Ladam luyelk gabbet good. The children are going to return soon. That's luyelk. And I don't know why this is here, Gibao or Gia, Gibao.
Oh, so this was, I had already typed out the presentation before we talked about that, like use of the single I um, and the double I sound with
Oh.
or without the Y
Hmm.
behind it in words like Gika, where you could kind of hear it there, but it's definitely in Geaka, I think, but not so much in Gibao. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
Go you
Yeah,
Haligo.
Gika. I still spell it like the bottom one, Gii, and Geka, Gee. By what?
Hjort. Dem hjort och hon. Ja. Dem sa piano. Gik. Sa dem gik sa piano. Yell. Ena yell assen. Jettisk. Helde jettisk. Egil hauli. Tatai. Nem alnisten tisa. Tatai. Lujil yelled. Sadam lujil yelled. Gibao. Helde gibao. Egil hauli. Gika. Why what?
Um,
Well, yeah, so these are fun examples of what you could accidentally say.
yeah.
I just added these in here for fun.
Similar sounds like wan, dalawan, agona, kotam zaban. Wan is your teeth. Wan, yan, to tell somebody to walk. Do sa yan. And yan is kortop suwadidu yanda.
Hans.
Um,
I actually found that word hum. I always thought it was just slang. I found it in one of the Banin stories about the princess. She steps in the bear yan, but it seems to be a verb. It's not a noun. It's not the thing. It's the act of, at least the way it was used in that story. It's to hum, not there's some hum. Anyway, that's, forgive me, everyone, for that.
Mm.
Yeah, is there any others that are really close that
Okay.
we can think of?
For these words particularly, or any words? Go and call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I have a list of those somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yes. We have somewhere.
That's good.
One that I always think of is zoch and zoch.
Say it again.
Zoch and zoch. That's a mispronunciation I hear quite often.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
And zoch, yeah,
So we'll talk on day or we'll talk on.
yeah. Sarah gave an example that a student of hers once said, "Metlakatla di wil zocho."
Ah,
Up and zup would be comparisons here.
Yeah.
Let's see, right.
I think that might have been the last slide.
That even happened one time. Sarah and us were
Oh.
working on the Lord's Prayer, and we asked her about Saksya Netzaben, and I said, "Is it Saksya Netzaben or is it Saksya Netzaben?" And she said, "You could really say it either way, and have it be okay." I thought, well, is it one or the other?
Huh.
But I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's our language, eh? Okay, the difference in sound between. That's a hard K there. K apostrophe, underline, back K, and underline G. Oh, a hard K as in outsy, outsy. You could hear that. It's a different K. Underline G. Go to kan tin. Why are you mad? Go you kan tin. K apostrophe is like Ken, eh? Is that right, Margaret?
Yeah, Ken would be one.
Ken.
And
Ka, ka. Like just, or somebody who's taller than somebody else. Ka.
Oh yeah, yeah. We nagan. Yeah. And then the underlined K like that.
Did we find examples of that were reliable?
I'm not sure if we did or not.
Not really.
No.
I find in the dictionary Cayenne is spelled that way once, but Hakayan is spelled with a K apostrophe. So
Okay.
I'm wondering if Cayenne is wrong. And the word for Campania Island is starts with that. Wait, Campania.
Ayan sounds like a hard K. Okay. Outsy. Ayan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
Yeah.
it's wrong in that version. What's La Cacas? Campania? How do you say that?
Oh, how do we say it?
Do you know, B?
Extreme
La Cacas, Campania Island.
Lach Aye.
Do you know any examples of plain underline K, Colin?
I don't think so. I think it would turn into like the underlined G before vowels. And then I think underlyingly this kind of does exist, but then in final position it would just turn into the X as well. So I think
Right.
yeah. So like ach might at some point have been like ak. Um, and then
Davy, I think you said
yeah.
that Sarah used different sounds sometimes at the end of words. Did she use a plain underline K?
I don't know if it was a plain underline K or a K underline K stop, but on Hanak. And I'm not sure if it has an apostrophe there or not.
I think that one it does have it's like the hard sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hanak.
Yeah.
It sounds like the first one there, the underline stop K.
Yeah.
I also wanted to, as we've been sitting here, I realized I missed it when we talked about the history of the orthographies and the SH before. I neglected to mention, and this is important, Russell wasn't the first one to spell with SH. The old translations of the Bible use a SH in Sm'algya. So it started back then, turn of the century time, first time.
Yeah, at the workshop in 1978, I think it was, when this orthography was finalized. There was a workshop in Hartley Bay, and Russell Hayward and Ira Booth came down from Alaska. I remember Willie Shaw came from Kitkatla, and one of the Sankeys came from Loch Lambs, and there were Hartley Bay people there, a lot of them. And Russell really wanted his writing system to be preferred, but it ended up not much being preferred.
He really I think I've read some of his letters. He liked that it could be done on a typewriter, where some symbols like a Bardell and stuff weren't, or dotted U's weren't as easily accessible. That's just from what I've read from his, like I said, some of his letters. But it's what it is. I mean, if we go back in any orthography, I suppose you'll see these growing, I don't want to call them pains, just the evolution of things.
Yeah. Lowell degree.
Oh. Yeah, that was all the slides that I had. If there's anything more to add.
I'm Legion Jeremy. I shot on him in Oyak one will how do you say that, gathering us together with Sharai?
Right countum.
Oh yeah, Sharai countum.
Yeah.
The lu am godu will hawks good wasam mashakwa.
The works at noonday.
Oh, la Lawson. La Lawson.
At a debit dim se epen na godu will nach noon na am house qasam aliga de wa Velna this Beatrice Oyak should know some will thamom.
Oh, up Lugald the works at Newsome.
Yeah,
B.
that's good.
Are you going to have more work